Hi and welcome to ATM machine developed using Eclipse. So the way it works is if you manage to enter the correct PIN number there, so that shows we've entered the wrong PIN numbers. Let's say we enter as follows, the correct PIN number. That's what you get. All of these get activated, and you can always select one of these and then start. And in there, let's say you want to go for 7.9% interest, and now you intend to pay 8 years amount of loan. Let's click on that, and there you can always, the system will print you out a receipt. Or if you want to enter other customers' details, just click on that and enter other customers' details there. Let's change this to maybe 7, and right there. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is to take you guys straight into Java Eclipse development environment, and you see how I put this together. So let's do that now. Hi and welcome to Eclipse ATM. I'm going to start by clicking on OK to start my Eclipse. Okay, now that the system is ready, I'm going to go to File, New, and let's select Java. And in the Java project, I'm just going to enter ATM_system. Let's click on Finish. Once that very project is ready, that's it right there. Right click on it, go for New, and we select Other. Right inside this dialog box, I'm now going to select Window Builder, and inside Window Builder we will select the Swing Designer. Window Builder, Swing Designer, and then we select Application Window. Click on Next. Let's give our project a name. The package name is going to be ATM, and the name, we call the name ATM_sys. Click on Finish. Once the ATM_sys is ready, right here you should see the design. It's loading up now. There we go. That's the interface. Now if we go straight inside the code, we can always change the size of the interface to 1020 by 700. Maybe let me make that 800 there. So let's come down here. If you like, you can always run it and just see the size of this very form. Click on OK. That's the size of the form there. I don't think I like it. I think I'm going to have to increase the size. Let's come back here and just maybe make this one approximately 500 and see what's going to happen with 500. Alright, okay, 500 seems to be alright, but a little bit larger, maybe 450. That'll be much better anyway. Alright, okay, let's go to the design of the interface now. Select the form. See the very form there, click on this and let's select absolute layer. Okay, we just need our layer here, so I'm going to select an absolute layer. And once the absolute layer is selected, maybe I should collapse this so that I can have enough room. And let's collapse this as well and open up the palette. Right inside the palette, I'm going to need a panel. There we go. Have a panel here, and that very panel, maybe I should change the layer of that panel to absolute layer as well. For the panel, then copy that very panel and paste it right there, and paste another one, and I'm going to paste one more right underneath here. Okay, those are my panels. Drag this one down. Okay, let's select all of these panels and just go straight into the property here. Let's change the border. You see where it says border? Click on that so that you can see what's going on within the border itself. I want to go for bevel border. Okay, bevel border, that's fine. Let's lower it and click on OK, and there you can see all the borders now. Alright, the next thing is, let's move this aside and just drag this that much. Maybe that much, that's fine. And drag this that much. Alright, that's beautiful. Okay, now let's set the layout for each panel. So I've actually selected absolute layer there. I'm going to select another absolute layer here and absolute layer here as well, and this one as well, absolute layer. So now let's add buttons. I'm going to add about 16 of those here. Yeah, and let's get rid of the text content in here first. Let's go back to design. Okay, we can even do that here and get rid of it here. Yeah. Okay, now I'm going to just copy that variable thing across. I need about 16 of those really. There. So let's copy all of this. Copy it all and paste. Now let's select all of this, copy all and paste right underneath. Now we have 16 buttons on board. Okay, I think I need 2 each here. Let's copy 2 here. Copy and paste it right there. Somewhere there. Another 2 here. There. Okay, this very one, let me change the color of this panel. Let's come to where the properties are and let's select background and let's look for a suitable color for it. I think maybe I'll settle for this. Click on OK. Alright, there. So the next thing I'll do is let's add some labels. One here, and let's change the text content to something readable. So let's come to font, make that bold, maybe about 14, and right in there I'm just going to enter, let's enter balance right there. Then I'm going to have to copy that, copy it and paste it in here, then copy both of them, remove it up a little bit, copy both of them and paste them right here. So this will become loan, that will become withdrawal, and here I'm going to call that deposit right there. So let's grab one of these. I'm going to get that, paste it right there, dead center, and let's change. Let's see if we can get a border star here. If there's no border star, I'm going to have to use something else. Okay, let's get rid of that. I'm going to use a text. Let's look for text field, and the text field let's extend it that much. Yeah. Okay, let's change the font size of this text field to 14 bold. Okay, the back color, maybe we're going to settle for the same color, but the font is black. That's fine. Okay, now what else do we need to do? Also, let's align the text content center, and that should do that. That will be all for that. Okay, so the next thing I want to do now is, let's come in here. You see right here the package explorer. In here I intend to import some images. Those are the images I intend to import, so I want to select them all. I'm just going to drag them in really. Yeah, so let's drag all of this straight in here into the ATM folder there, and just drop it in there. I'll have to click on OK here because it's telling you you've imported some images. Click on OK. There we go. Those are all the images that I've imported. Now you see this one, this bottom one, that is going to be image number 1. So let's come into icon. Look at it. Okay, drop that down, and class path resource. Okay, that is it. Let's click on that, and right in here the resource folder, my folder, ATM folder, drop it down, and I need image number 1. There we go. Click on OK. There we go, guys. You see that. I'll repeat the same thing for number 2. And drop it down, and let's come right there. Number 2. Click on OK. Number 3. Alright. There. Okay. And here I will have to add my cancel button there, so let's repeat the same thing for that. Come right down here, cancel, right there. So now that you guys get the whole idea, I'm going to speed that up now. Okay, now I've finished that, so what is left for me to do is to take care of this part of it. So let's get a panel in place. Let's see, there we go. Just gonna draw it that much, and let's take it down a little bit. Let's drag it along, and I'm also going to change the border to bevel. So drop it down, bevel, make sure it's lowered, and there we go. So if let's even run it and see how it looks like. For now, this is how it's looking. Okay, I think there's something I need to take care of on the form itself. Let's come in here and let's change this one to 0, 0 coordinates, so that when we run it, the system will start from up there. So let's run it again, and there we go. So that is much better. Come back into the design. I need to move this to be in line with that. Okay, now I need a label. Let's come in here, grab a label. There's one label there. Okay, first thing, undo that. Let's right click on this panel and change the set layout to absolute. That is done. Now grab the label, paste that in there, and the text content on the label will be as follows: interest rates. Okay, now let me increase the font size to something we can all read. Maybe we'll make that 24 bold. Okay, interest rate. Yeah. So I also need a text field. Let's draw a text field here, and now just copy those two and paste them in here. Paste another one along, and one more. Okay, one more here. Yeah. So I'll now change the text content on each and those ones. So this one will be number of years. Yeah, it's number of years there. Okay, and the next one. Okay, so the next thing is, let's add a text area. I'm going to add that in here. There we go, that's my text area. Okay, right, so if I compile and run, this is how it's looking for now. We're going to need some buttons here, so let's add those buttons first. Come in here, just copy this and paste it right in there. We're going to need 4 of those. Copy, paste, copy those and paste those in here. So those are my buttons in place. So we'll compile, run, and see how it looks like. So that's how the whole system looks for now. So what I'll do next is to give names to all of those buttons. So this one will be known as JBTN1, JBTN2, JBTN3, and JBTN console. There. So I will now speed that up so that we can save some time. Okay, now that all of the components, they all have a name now, so let's take care of these buttons. I need some data on them, so I'm going to call that loan. And this is going to be reset or receipt. This is going to be reset, and finally this one will be, that one will be exit. There. So let's run it and you guys see how it looks. There, that's how the whole system looks right now, but none of these buttons do anything. Okay, first thing, let's take care of this very one. Double click on that, and right here, I think maybe first thing first, let me declare the following. Well, it's right there, it's declared anyway, that's fine. Private JFrame frame, I'm gonna need that. So let's come back again, double click on it, and we enter the following lines of codes. Okay, and remember, you're gonna have to make sure you import J option plane. Okay, so this will actually prompt the user to confirm if they want to exit the system or not. And right up here, swing option plane that has to be imported. Let me show you guys the codes one more time. Those are the lines of codes for exits. So if we run it now, click, and the system will actually prompt you to confirm if you want to exit. Maybe we should change this one to ATM system instead of loan system. Right. Okay. Run it again. Exit. No, exit. Yes. Alright. So the next one, let's take care of this reset. Double click on reset. And right in here we enter the following lines of code for the reset. Okay. Now let's come in here. The next one we want to take care of is this very one. So if we double click on the receipt, and right here, from here down, those are the lines of code for my receipt. So have a good look at it. So I'm going to scroll down so that you can see the rest. So because here, those are where I assigned all of my text box into the declared string variables, and here that's just for my time and date here. That's for my reference. And if you scroll right down, this is where I added all of those information here, all of these variables. This is where I added them onto the receipt itself. Okay, so finally we need to, it's not finished yet though, we need to take care of this loan. And right there, those are the lines of code for the loan itself. And for your information, there's a tutorial on YouTube already, a step-by-step tutorial that shows you how to work out the loan management system itself. I already have that on YouTube. So from here, those are the lines of code. And one thing I'll do is maybe I'll see if I can get the URL. Just maybe I can direct you guys straight to the URL for the code itself. Okay, I've been able to locate the URL. So the URL for the loan, that is the URL for the loan. I have one in Java NetBeans, and I also have the loan management system in Eclipse as well. So there they are. So that's the URL, and that's the other one is for Java NetBeans. And here below it are the lines of code for the loan management system itself. So if I run the loan management system now, let's run it. Let's run the ATM. This is the ATM. If I enter the interest rates, let's say it's about 4 point whatever, number of years and amount of loan, and all we just need to do is click on that, and the receipt will be generated as well. Okay, but what we will do is I'm going to disable all of this. Only the ATM can make this work. Right, let's come in here. So we need to now take care of the ATM system itself. Exit out of the system, back onto the ATM. Okay, let's take care of the buttons first. So we enter the following lines of codes in there. So I'm going to copy that and go into button 2 right here. Enter as follows, change that to 2. Okay, if you notice, I actually enter a string variable that is then allocated to the display itself, and here is the display. Okay, repeat the same thing for button 3. button number 4. And 6. Change that to 6. Okay, I guess you get the whole idea. So I'm just gonna speed up the other. Okay, we finish up with the codes for the buttons. Alright, so let's come back in here. Now we need to take care of this very one. Double click on that. Alright, the following variables are declared. Okay, pin number 1, number 2, number 3, and whatever is inside display is passed on to pin number 1. Okay, as you notice, I have 3 variables there. Maybe I should even make that 4 really. Let's make that 4. Alright. So what will happen is whatever is in here. Okay, if this is the right pin number, it will enable all of this. Okay. So let's copy this. Paste that. So I'm going to change this one to 245. That's 5, and this is number 2. Repeat the same thing. This one, delete this 2. So that's 5 and 6. Pin number 3. Then the last one is pin number 4. That's 5, 6, 7 there. Else, this is what's going to happen. We end up with this message on the display: invalid. Let's say invalid pin. So if I run it now, and I decide to enter, let's enter the correct details there. That's what we get. It's invalid. Okay, let's go for the clear is not working. Let's come in here and just take care of the clear. I'm just gonna copy this, come straight in here, paste that in there and clear there. Okay, let's try it again. So we enter invalid details, clear works. Supposing we enter correct details, it says it's invalid. Let's see why it's invalid. Let's come back in there, double click on enter. Okay, everything here is in here. If this equals this, then all of this should be displayed. Else is invalid. Okay, let's use and say else if one. Okay, let's try that again. Go for this and there. So that is correct, clear. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that is correct. Okay. Let's mess it up. Invalid. That's good. So that is working. All it needed was an else if. Okay, so officially we've finished taking care of all of this. All right, all of this is all taken care of. We just need to take care of these ones and these 4 buttons there. Okay, all that is left for us to do is to disable all of these buttons. Okay, these 4 buttons and these are the 4 buttons here. So at design time, let's do that. Let's come in here and just get that done. Select those buttons and just check. Repeat the same thing for this one. So the only way you'll be able to get the button back on is if you get the password right, or the pin number, I mean. If the pin numbers are correct, then the system should enable those buttons. But in the case of these other buttons here, those ones will be enabled with the loan button itself. Okay, let's get that done. So that's BTN, exit and reset and so on. Okay, let's come in here inside this button here. Okay, let's change all of this. I'm going to delete that. I'm going to call it BTN exit dot, so that way dot set enable. Let's make that true. Okay, we have an error, so let's see. I think we need to declare it up there as a private. I'm going to copy that. Let's come up here and just take care of that. So you see here, so I'm going to enter as follows, maybe right underneath here. Let's say private button, yeah. I think, let's see, is that a spelling? Let's see how is entered in here. I need anything to do with button. Oh, J button, sorry. I'm gonna copy that. So let's go back up there and just enter J button. Yeah. So that's taken care of. I have about 4 of those. So this is going to be reset. Then we have loan, we have receipt, right there. I also have the other ones. So let's say private. I think those ones are called J loan. Yeah, these ones, they all have the J's in them. As J balance, so I'm just going to copy, just paste it there. Okay, let's come down here. Yeah, I can put a comma there, J balance, and the other one is maybe J withdraw. Then we also have J BTN loan. Yeah, we have loan already. I think deposit. Right. I also have J BTN button 1, 2 button. Okay, let's go for private. J button. Okay, but in this case I have JBTN 1. I have it up to 9 and 0. So let's see, that's 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 0. So those are the buttons I intend to use. Okay, you can see it is sort of like underlined saying I've not used those buttons, but if I don't use them, I'll just comment it out. I've already used this one, so let's use this one as well. Okay, so I'm gonna copy that. So let's come in here, this very button here. So if we get the password right, enter will enable this button. So let's double click on that, and right here we need to enable equals true. Then the other one is BTN loan, enable equals true. Then BTN set, enable equals true as well. There we go. So I've made use of those ones, so you see those lines are gone. Now what about these ones? This one should be enabled. This one's ought to be enabled if this is right, if the pin number is right. So double click in there. So yeah, I've used those ones as well. So let's run it and see what's going to happen anyway. So enter the correct pin number. There we go. And this one's my option now is this. Okay, I think I need to go right in there. Let's see, double click on this. Right. Okay, in that case, let's come back in here and just enable all of these. Enable this one as well, and this. Okay, let's give that a try again. Run this and enter our correct details to it, and there we can then select which of these options we want. Enter, and here how many years and the amount of loan and total receipt and so on. There. So that's how the whole system works. So what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to call it the end of this second part of this tutorial, or the end of your tutorial. Well, if you guys are interested, I'm still going to work on this, but for now this will be the end of this very tutorial. I suppose you guys enjoy it, and you have a nice day, and please do subscribe. Bye for now.